G'day guys, welcome back to Fading Margins. Well, it's the 31st of December 2024 and as the year comes to a close, as it passes into history, I'm looking forward to 2025, and I'm entitling this video 2025 The Cutting Edge. This is a preview video. I'm going to show you some blades. I'm not going to talk about them particularly. I'm just going to tell you that I am going to talk about them through the course of 2025 and put them to work and explain some of my thoughts, such as they are, of what they're worth, as to what I like and what I don't like, and why I like it or why I don't like it. So to get started, there's probably 5 or 6 categories I want to cover, and mostly by country, I guess. I'm having something of a Scandinavian renaissance at the moment. I've committed to a very good mate of mine. We were talking on Signal, which is a messaging app, and we concurred that no more knives purchases, no more gear purchases for 2025. We're going to appreciate what we've got. That said, I do have one knife in the pipeline which hasn't arrived yet, but I'll come to that in a bit. Right, so Scandinavian Renaissance, I said. So we're going to talk about something Norwegian. First of all, we're going to talk about the Nordlys from Hella. And when I saw this knife in a picture, probably on YouTube, I thought it was perhaps the most beautiful knife I'd ever seen. It was a fabulously captured photograph, absolutely nailed my attention. And this is the Nordlys. This is the first one I bought. And I want you guys to know I'm not a wealthy man. I get these things and I have to pay them off, or I have to save my pennies. This is a Scandi grind, and I was in two minds about the Scandi grind, and then I saw a video and the guy was cleaning herrings with it, and I thought, oh well, maybe okay, but I wasn't sure. And then lo, I discovered through a report on Field and Stream website that they were going to do a flat grind. Now I love flat grinds, so what can I do? All right, so and this is the Nordlys in flat grind. Steel's the same, the thickness is different, and this is unbelievably light. So you're going to be seeing a lot of this knife. I love this thing, but I will bring them together when I've had a chance to play with them a bit more, and I will tell you what I think. So the Hella Nordlys, I've got them around the wrong way in the wrong sheets. Hang on a sec. Come on. There you go. And that one. Yeah, that's better. Right. What else I say? Oh yeah, the Hella Nordlys, or Nordlys, or however they pronounce it, I don't know. We'll call it Nordlys. In Welsh it'd be Nordlys. But it's not Welsh, is it? It's Norwegian. So you'll be seeing some of those. Then I want to talk to you about fabulous fins. I think the fins make some stunning knives, and the one knife that I have coming that should arrive early in the new year, purchased in the old year, I hasten to add, is also a Finnish make. But the ones I'm going to talk to you about are a couple of oldies and goodies. First of all, my Brisa trappers. I constructed these ones myself. I did, obviously, you know, you buy the kit, or you buy the material, and you fit them up. These are the 95s. It's a cracking little knife. This is. It's really, really good. So simple and so rugged, and takes a really good edge. I think they're both in 01 tool steel. So I like them very much. So we'll be talking about those. And then I want to talk to you about, perhaps on the same video, I can't tell yet, I haven't worked that out, the Elva, no longer available. Sorry chaps. This is the Elva. I made this one as well, in Scandi grind. This is perhaps the most effective woodworking tool I've ever come across. It absolutely is like a chainsaw, but with class. It's just stunning. As I say, I'm not a huge fan of Scandis, certainly not in 3-4 mil thickness. but I keep that one simply because, well, it's just an amazing thing to work wood with if you're trying to do feather sticks or something. This is the Elva in flat grind, and I think this one is in D2. Yeah, so it's in D2, and again, I put this baby together. I like this very much. I'd love to get hold of something bigger than a rabbit or a squirrel and put this to work, because I think it would be extremely effective. And to my mind and to my eye, very reminiscent of the buck, what do they call it? Buck Skinner, the little one. So those are my Norwegians. Where'd I get to? Now, then we got the Swedes. I'm going to do, we all like big knives. I got some big knives, some pretty big knives. I got a BK9 and Condor, Hudson Bay, and a few other bits and pieces. But as far as the Swedes are concerned, it's got to be Mora made knives, and I'm going to focus on smaller ones. This is just I think a 510 in carbon. It's brand new, or nearly brand new. Just been sitting in the cupboard. Very, very reasonably priced, bordering on cheap, you might say, but they work really well. And then I've got some Johnsons. These are no longer available. This is my old Johnson, and on that thickness, I quite like a Scandi. I have no problem with it at all. And this thing will take an absolutely eye-watering edge. I'm running them in BPS sheaths because BPS makes really nice sheaths. I bought a clutch of BPS knives back when they were really cheap when they first starting out, and they're all kind of Scandi-ish grinds, and I didn't get on with any of them, but I like their sheaths, so I've repurposed all their sheaths. This is the big brother, also from Johnson. As you can see, it used to be my garage knife. It used to reside in my toolbox, and it was inevitably covered in candle wax. But I rescued it, cleaned it up, put an edge on it, and I've got a new one of these, and I'll put that in my toolbox for a bit of weathering. So yeah, silky smooth, really lovely. It's the Swedish budget knives. So we're going to talk about those, and then finally a few friends from across the water. Excuse me. I'm going to reintroduce you to, you're going to see a fair bit of this knife. This is my 5160 119 special. It did go under in the last days. It's gone under another slight modification. I took off the top guard altogether. I would wish that I'd probably left a 16th or an 1/8 of an inch on the bottom, but I just love this knife. It's just, I don't know, I can't explain it. Technically there are probably better knives out there, but this thing, it's the one knife I sort of pine to carry on my belt all the time. I just love it. So you'll be seeing more of this. I was bataning with this the other day, guys. I know I'm an anti-bataning kind of guy, but I just wanted to see, and it just nails it really good. So you'll be seeing more of that one, and then of course the compadre. I went on and on about the compadre, but you haven't seen much of it, so you'll be seeing more of that. This is the compadre with the paint, the coating stripped off, because I don't do coated knives. And you'll be saying to yourself, well, where's the K-bars? Well, now my K-bar 16 went to a friend of mine. He absolutely loved the wood on the handle. It was a nice knife. For me, the design was never quite right, never quite got there. But he adored it. He thought it was fabulous, and I was delighted that he was delighted, and so we were all happy. So that's gone somewhere else. But the other one I want to introduce you to, that you probably haven't seen on my videos, is the K-bar Kefart or Kepart knife. This is based on the only sort of super entire original. And I want to talk about the Kepart design really, because people, I mean, apart from certain technical features of the original, which this one doesn't have because it's a flat grind, not a convex grind, people go on and on like it's some sort of revolution, and I think it's much more of an evolution from some very interesting sources. So we'll have a look at that, and that should keep us occupied for a little while. There'll be a few pocket knives. I know I owe you guys at the end of the month a review of where is it? It's in here. My rose craft that I've been running. A quick update on that while I'm here. I've still got some time left on the clock. There it is there, as you can see. What happened was when I was sharpening, putting an edge on it, I got a couple of scratches, and I didn't like the scratches. They were annoying me. So I put it on a small polishing wheel I've got on my pillar drill. And what it's done is kind of created it's smoothed out the edges a little bit and created what's almost a convex edge on it. It's really nice, and it's doing all right indeed. There we are, guys. So I think that's everything. I've covered everything I want to talk to you about, that I'm going to talk to you about in terms of blades, certainly fixed blades, and I'm gonna make a big effort to try and get it out on the hill, out on the field, and just put these to use. You know, even if it's cutting a tomato, whatever it is, because at the end of the day, we don't just have knives for battaning through wood or making feather sticks. If we're carrying a knife, we're carrying a knife because it's a useful tool, right? And I want to emphasize that it's a knife is a tool. Right? A dagger is a weapon. A knife is a tool. Right? Anything, you know, a brick can be used as a weapon, but that's not what we're about here. Okay, guys, until next time, wishing you all health, happiness, every blessing, wishing you all a fabulous 2025. Hope you'll hang around with me. Once again, you know me, I don't ask you to subscribe, though I wish you would. I'd love to make 1,000 subscribers. I don't ask you to like. I just assume that you've got brains enough that if you like the content, if you appreciate what I've done, that you'll give it a thumbs up. In the meantime, God bless you all, and I'll catch you in about 24 hours in 2025. God bless. Bye-bye.